Director of BBC Sports brutal message on Jermaine Jenas as her sacked. The BBC Director of Sport delivered a brutal message to staff as presenter Jermaine Jenas was axed from the broadcaster's lineup. The former England star, who presented the One show and appeared as a pundit on Match of the Day, had his contract terminated earlier this week over claims of unsolicited inappropriate texts involving a female employee of the One show, the Mirror can reveal. BBC staff were left in shock at the development as Director of Sport Alex Kajelski emailed staff at 3:39 p.m. on Thursday saying simply, "I wanted to let you know that Jermaine Jenas is no longer working for the BBC." A source said. It was brutally short and to the point. It felt like there was no messing around. Jenas, 41, became the subject of a complaint over the messages last month, with bosses at the BBC determined to make a swift decision over the claims. A source told the Mirror. It's a very sensitive landscape at the BBC at the moment, with the various scandals that have beset it of late. Any hint of workplace misconduct, and they needed to come down on like a ton of bricks. Jenas responded to the claim stating he was not happy, and there are two sides to every story. However, it appears that after the first woman complained about the unsolicited messages, other female employees also came forward, according to reports. It is unclear about the content of the messages. Staff on the One show had been in the dark up until Thursday morning when rumors started up that he had been given the boot. A source said. The staff WhatsApps were suddenly abuzz with what was going on. There have been whispers that something was afoot, but bosses had kept the investigation close to their chest. Were you shocked by the Jermaine Jenas claims? Vote in our poll here to have your say. Jenas, who has 3 children with his wife Ellie Penfold and also a fourth from a previous relationship, earned £190,000 to £194,999 at the BBC for his work on the FA Cup, Match of the Day and the World Cup. In May he won the Women's Football Ally of the Year award. He said at the time, "I have always supported the women's game. I have 3 daughters of my own. My mum raised me." Jenas is also employed by TNT Sports, a group of pay television sports channels. They told the BBC they were not making any comment. He was last on air on the BBC earlier in the summer. "We can confirm that he is no longer part of our presenting lineup," a BBC spokesperson said. Jenas has since broken his silence, insisting that there are 2 sides to every story. In a statement shared by a spokesperson to The Sun, he said, "Right now I can't talk about it. I can tell you I'm not happy. There are 2 sides to every story, and I'm going to be speaking with my lawyers on the issue." Jenas has been dropped by agent MC Saatchi, with his page no longer available on the company's website. Jenas was seen as a prime candidate to succeed Gary Lineker as lead presenter on Match of the Day, and last year made it clear he had his eyes on the role. "I would obviously be up for it, it's Match of the Day, and it would be a great opportunity," he said at the time. "I haven't thought that far ahead, but I hosted Match of the Day too, which was the first one I've ever done. I loved it, it felt comfortable to me, it felt normal, and I loved doing the One show as well." Jenas' playing career was ended by a serious knee injury in 2014 while at his final club QPR. He spent 8 years until 2013 at Tottenham, where he made 155 appearances, and also completed spells at Nottingham Forest and Newcastle. He won 21 caps for England from 2003 to 2009. Officially his retirement came in 2016, after finally conceding defeat in his attempt to overcome his injury, but by then he had already begun transitioning into his media career. He started out at ITV Sport and BT Sport, and there were also day tours into reality TV and documentary making before his career took off at the BBC, becoming a permanent host of the One show in 2021. Jermaine previously revealed the toll appearing on the One show had on his marriage. He has been married to model wife Ellie since 2011, and the couple share 3 children together. After Jenas retired from football, he moved into glitzy TV work, which Ellie struggled with. Ellie would stay at home to raise their children while Jenas was interviewing A-list stars and attending events. The presenter admitted he would socialize after filming wrapped on the show, which would cause arguments at home. The couple confronted their issues head-on and holidayed separately until they managed to get their relationship back on track. "I would say up until about 5 years ago, it was quite stressful for us both," Jenas told Daily Mail. "There was a lot of competing going on in our relationship, and a lot of you get to do this, or you don't do this." He added, "It was a lot to do with the kids and the fact that I had this new career starting, and I was out and about and meeting new people, and going to shows. It was all glitzy, but for my wife it was like nappies, milk. I am a very hands-on dad and I'm always trying to help, but still, she wasn't getting that fulfillment in her own life." Jenas said he had to address it and told Ellie once or twice or year just go away for 3 days or something. He added the secret to their marriage is now communication before the crisis hits. The former footballer said, "We are 15 years deep into our relationship, and there isn't anything we won't talk about. Whatever the frustration may be, we will have that conversation, but that has only happened in time. It actually came from being sick of arguing." He admitted his social life has since settled down, as he would sometimes get home at 11 p.m., while Ellie was left to do the school run the next day. Jenas and Ellie share 2 daughters, Geneva and Olivia, as well as baby son Jacob.